Let's go. Holding back. Come on. Faster! This might take a while. You deserve a rest. It's over. Run like the wind. Come on. Run like the wind. Straight home now. That's like no chocobo I've ever seen. Something tells me it won't be easily broken. Good girl. Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone...
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No, not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go.
That's what I'm trying to do, you... Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snipe?
No.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing?
Well, it was meant to be I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let...
All right, just...
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch.
Go on then.
Much of...
So this is not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people.
Hey, you ain't backing out.
There's a river of bad blood between... But if someone can build me a bridge, then I...
All right.
I appreciate it'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
Forge on the hill.
Good luck.
mistakes. Poor beast. There was nothing I could do.
But if we can't fire the forges,
Would you like to see my wares? Here you are. May we meet again.
Sorry, but if none of you lot can smell water... the point of mining this shit?
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your hole.
Mama, why hasn't
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and... Oh. And if you're struggling to... The prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here.
All right. Please, Chief, you've got to do something. If this keeps up...
It's no use. The flames just aren't hot enough.
Bollocks.
Let me guess.
As a personal favor to him, yeah.
Well,
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, what turned the village against you?
I left. Dravozd, Zoltan. The burden of... There are two kinds of smiths in this world. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't each other's from bit by bit. People started taking sides. You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on.
you didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravozd prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. With that,
It depends on how you look at it. There's got to be other ways of making fire.
thanks to Sid's ingenuity, he saw all of this coming. New crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming...
You know what I mean, though, right? What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive, Dravozd won't last long without his firm zone. Do you think it's time we shed Sid way I see it?
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. And you'd be throwing it away.
All right, this place was your home. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only let this be another step on the road to Dravozd will show the world that it's... Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put course. It's like hearing Sid.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go?
I know I'm off, but I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a want. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you, August?
All
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some cellar. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders.
Time for a spot of hunting, then.
We can't fire the forges.
Let's go. Faster! Come on. Let's make this quick, shall we? You deserve a rest.
Soil and stone!
I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows. Ready, go? All right. can walk from here.
Any trouble finding this kid?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
This should be right then. Time to put these louds till everyone pulls their weight. We'll be finished.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means?
I do.
Sorry about earlier. I take back everything I said. That thing you built us is... You've saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. What is it?
Pit Cole's cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our food. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do our secret for yours. I've always envied Black since the day I became chief. I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius, but he took off. Is it any wonder I hate his
The
guts?
cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tight. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see.
See that you both do. I'll set...
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for...
These things are going to take some getting used to.
Yeah. Give it a week, and you'll wonder why you ever bother with crystals. Let's run through it again, shall we?
Come on. Thanks, Gal. It's over. Two down. One to go.
Lord Rossfield. Is there aught?
Perhaps. My brother said that you... Have you learned anything of note since last we spoke?
Little and less.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not... Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner.
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating?
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants, as if protecting the secret.
Secrets we'd see, Anna.
Should our methods be... Mayhap it would please you to observe...
Would that be possible?
Of course. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov. A small hamlet built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that...
All right.
They will be... Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's? It will lead you straight to the village after, but...
Thank you.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord.
Faster! All right. Let's go. This might take a while. Time to fight. Oh no. You'll pay for this.
Whatever that thing is, say it's their leader.
Should have stayed in the past. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the Echo thanks to them, and to you.
You call that, your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety. Surely this survey wasn't worth...
We are charged with a duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you...
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you to...
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause. Now, to what do we owe the honor?
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agree to collect your...
I see. That is most kind. Pray. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another, but for a survey... I suppose I'd get this back to Cyril.
Ah,
Here.
my thanks. I shall study them, and inform you forthwith if I discover aught that might aid you in your fight against Ultima.
Cyril, your survey party suffered several losses in Kretov. Losses which could have been avoided. Had the others not chosen to complete that, were these your orders?
No. This was their choice. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is our sole duty, and should we die in discharging it, so be it.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful to argue. The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations, and your opinion of our methods, however earnest, is not like to change them. We live to serve the Phoenix. Our very order exists for that purpose, and that purpose alone.
Cyril, I know that you and your brethren answer only to Joshua, but allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty for years to come. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want you to serve him. Please. For all our sakes.
I thank you for your advice, my lord. If you will permit me to respond, our faith in his grace, Joshua Rossfield, is absolute. And we of the Undying will do what we believe is right to fulfill our duty unto him. As first shield to the Phoenix, I am sure you understand what it means to do one's duty.
I do.
Then we are of the same mind. And it is my hope that we may continue to do our duty together.
Clive! I just wanted to see how the town's been faring
since we brought all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Nat and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to... Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord
Are you a lord? They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil, because of how he stopped all the...
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child. And the vote hasn't taken... But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a... Speaking of menace, maybe a rather worrying...
May they're in...
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside that... And they might have a... They have formed what one could call... And they grow more organized.
We'll fight them all off, just like last time. Won't we, Lou?
Of course we will. If we continue to work, the longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until our best hope is to nip these efforts by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to...
How could I refuse?
Thank Victor will fill you. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts.
I'll go and speak with him.
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor? That's easy. One of them swings a sword, the other forges them.
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition.
Mustard and mandrake.
If there's one thing we've learned over the past few years...
And the Fang fella took my livelihood with him.
We need someone who can bring the whole town together.
Everything's back the way it was.
Still in Dalamil, Vic.
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to...
I did. Then I came. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, a sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandit, and he said that you might be able to help me.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on... There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely... But we must strike together, and we must strike soon, at as many camps as we can. We can't give this...
All right.
There's one upriver.
Leave it with me.
Those ne'er-do-wells.
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers!
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where... Ah, I see the bandits didn't...
No, but...
No.
What is it?
The whole town's saying that Lubor...
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. Some of the children spotted him, and when Lubor felled him, without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man still. All those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing.
You're right.
And now, everyone, I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. Well, it was bound.
We're sorry, Luke, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. All that matters to me is that...
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing.
All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed up.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard. We need to do something. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed.
You're right.
I'm glad you agree. I'm a Dalmek born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie... They know that Lubor and I are friends. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted...
I'll do what I can. Lubor, I can't promise anything, but...
And that is all.
Why are you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a...
Knew all along that he was playing us for fools.
Forgive me for disturbing you.
I've seen...
As have I, Lord
That's right.
The rumours that he's a bearer.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I...
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is high. In this, at least, he's done the town a service.
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our back.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you.
So what do you propose?
Will it... Perhaps. And they will thank you not...
The townsfolk have made their minds up.
Nor I. Conrad and Nat...
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now...
All right.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearers' side?
For sharing.
I assume this is...
There's still hope.
But perhaps not in this life.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. We'll talk some sense into...
No. And your efforts would be better...
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie. That a blade is... Yourself be true. That rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself, and so must I be. I must do what I... And now, I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalamil have something to... For only united can they hope to stand against... I'll need to make a suitably
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only... We'll be all alone.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go.
How could it possibly be for the best? The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance.
I would not take it, Victor.
Over you. And so just like that, you're going to throw this town? I thought you were better than this, but it seems you had me.
Victor.
Forget it.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, but where are my manners? Here. Right then.
If there's anything I can do.
There it is.